Welcome back. This is the story about the silence. In the towering city of Zenith, where ambition ruled and competition was fierce, lived a man named Ethan Cole. Ethan, a man in his early 30s, had neatly combed black hair, piercing blue eyes, and always wore a simple yet elegant navy blue suit. Despite working at Orion Enterprises, one of the largest firms in the city, Ethan never spoke much. His colleagues often misunderstood his silence, calling him the ghost of Orion. Ethan, however, never let their words bother him. He believed in one simple truth: noise may fill the air, but silence fills the mind. One day, Mr. Hamilton, the CEO, made a surprising announcement. The position of vice president is open. Whoever proves themselves will earn it. A wave of frenzied competition broke out. Everyone started boasting about their accomplishments, desperate to prove their worth. But Ethan remained silent. He focused on his work, letting his actions speak louder than words. A week later, Mr. Hamilton gathered everyone in the main conference hall. "The first test is simple," he said. "Bring me an idea that will revolutionize this company." People scrambled to submit their ideas. The room buzzed with voices clashing against each other. Ethan sat back, listening carefully, analyzing every idea that was pitched. When it was his turn, instead of speaking, he walked to Mr. Hamilton and handed him a written report. Mr. Hamilton read it in silence, his eyes widening with interest. It was the only proposal that addressed flaws in every other idea. Ethan never said a word, yet his work spoke volumes. A second test was announced: solve this critical company problem. Employees started debating loudly, each person trying to be heard. Ethan didn't join in. He simply observed and noted the weaknesses in their discussions. Instead of arguing, he worked methodically, breaking the problem down piece by piece. When the time came, he handed his findings to Mr. Hamilton without a single word. Mr. Hamilton scanned through it and smiled. "This," he said, "is exactly what we need." The ones who had talked the most were left speechless. The final test arrived. The one who understands leadership best will win. Some employees began giving speeches, trying to impress with words. But Ethan, he remained silent. Instead of talking, he helped his struggling teammates, offering quiet guidance. Mr. Hamilton watched him carefully. Finally, after hours of observation, Mr. Hamilton stood before the employees. "The person who has shown true leadership is Ethan Cole." Gasps filled the room. Ethan had won the vice president position without ever fighting for attention. When asked for a speech, he simply said, "Silence has more power than words." Years passed, and Ethan's silent leadership made Orion Enterprises more successful than ever. Other companies marveled at how a man of few words could command such respect. Ethan's belief remained the same: you don't need noise to prove your worth. Let your actions do the talking. And in the end, he had gained everything: power, success, and respect without ever raising his voice.